black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
Yes, he's black.
How old is he?
He's 44.
And what's his name?
His name is Takar Smith. Like, he needs to go back to one of those facilities.
He just needed help, and that's what they were supposed to come and do. Tear him out of there, not shooting him down like that.
There's a lot of people out here with mental issues. Mentally, emotionally, physically. It's a whole lot going on.
She tried to prevent this from happening by literally walking to the police station and showing them video.
So I do got something to say for everybody, for the people. My husband was a great father, a great man, a wonderful man. And for everybody coming from my mouth, I did not call the police for a domestic dispute, okay? The LAPD, they fucking failed me, y'all. They fucking failed. So I didn't do that, y'all.
According to the Garden website, Shameka was 19 when she met Takar in 2010 at a public housing Avalon Gardens project complex where they both lived. They spotted each other and instantly connected after their first date at the beach, but then they became inseparable, Shameka said.
He taught me about LA. He taught me how to stop disrespecting my mother. He made me feel safe. He showed me what love is and how to love myself.
See, the cold part about this situation is that rumors have been spreading around the projects about Shameka and Takar's mysterious love affairs for a while. Years later, Takar and Shamika had 3 children and married in February 2019. Monday, January 2nd, 2023, an altercation has taken place between Takar and Shamika Smith. Allegedly, arguments were back and forth between them over multiple situations, such as her messing around with certain people that lived inside the complex, according to witnesses. Allegedly, a sex videotape was sent to Smith's cell phone showing Shamika was low-key creeping around with some random guy that was visiting his people that lived there, just hanging out while getting at some chicks that lives inside the complex. Smith was pissed off about what he saw and questioned Shamika about it as his mental illness started to trigger while arguing back and forward with Shamika and telling her that he won his keys and his debit card back, and Shamika refuses to do so because of his mental illness. Smith first began showing signs of mental illness in 2015. Shamika stated that Takar started talking to himself, saying voices were coming from the couch and heater and covering up the TV and windows with paper because he thought they were being watched. Shamika took him to a mental health clinic. Takar was eventually institutionalized. Takar started to get better but did not consistently take medications and continued to struggle with delusions, causing significant challenges in their marriage. Shamika leaves the apartment complex and walks down to the Rampart police station located on 6th Street. Shamika told police that she wanted to make a report against Takar due to a domestic violence dispute between them two, and also get him some help for his mental illness of schizophrenia disorder, including his refusal to take his medication for his condition. Shameka claims that authorities eventually put a restraining order on him to stay away from her. Front desk officer printed out a copy of the restraining order and told her to return to her apartment, call a non-emergency line, and show it to police when they arrived to the area on the 200 block on Witmer Street. While she was sitting in her car parked outside of the complex on the phone talking to the communications division.
I just left the police station, and the police at the desk gave me this number to call because came back to my house, and I have a restraining order out on him, and the restraining order is expiration date is 2028, and he's acting crazy.
So you have a restraining order against him? Has he been served with it?
Yes, it's already, yes, I have paper. The police gave me a copy. When they come, he's inside, like inside the unit.
You can open the door for the officers?
Yes, would they be able to call me when they come?
Yes. Is there a history of domestic violence between you and him?
Yes, a lot, like, really.
Does he have any weapons that you saw?
A knife. He probably grabbed a knife because he already said he ain't going back to jail. So it sounds like he's gonna try to fight the police.
You saw him with a knife, or are you assuming he grabbed the knife from the apartment?
I'm assuming that's what he's gonna grab.
Okay. Did he say he was going to fight the police?
Yeah, he said call the police. I don't care. He said I'm not going back to jail. He said I'm gonna fight everybody. I'm gonna fight them too. Like, but he's not in his right mind.
Okay. Is he diagnosed with any mental illness?
Yes.
What is he diagnosed
with? Schizophrenic.
Do you know if he's taking his medication?
No, he hasn't, because he said nothing wrong with him.
Okay.
Did somebody give this to you?
Who?
At the police station? I went to the police station and they told me when officers come to give that to you. He's not supposed to be here, and he came here and he won't leave, and we already got a restraining order, and he already threatened me, and like, it's bad. He's not supposed to be around, and I want him to leave. Like, I'm scared of my safety.
Okay, how do you know he's here?
Because he was here since last night.
How long ago did you see him in the apartment?
Right before I just left. Like, right before I left. I come to the police station. Like, right before I left.
Right before you left to go to the police station?
He was in the house. He's still in there.
Oh, okay.
He don't want to go. So my only option is to call the police.
I see. So he's aware that there's a restraining order against him? How come he's not leaving there?
He don't care. He already said, you better call the police to get me out of here. Call somebody to get me out of here. I can't call my family because they're going to come fight him. And I got to live here. I don't want to get put out. So my only option is to call the police.
Okay. So how long has he been here for?
Since last night.
So he came last night.
And my kids was there. That's why I didn't call or do nothing, because he would have put his hands on me. So I didn't want nothing to happen in front of my kids. So in the morning today, I dropped my kids off, and I was police. And I'm just calling him now.
Okay. So all he's done is he's just refusing to leave.
Yeah, he won't leave.
Okay.
And he's yelling, like telling me I better leave, and he's not leaving. And I don't want to be with him no more. Like, he's been over, and he's gonna put his hands on me.
Okay, no, I totally understand. And he's the only one in the apartment, correct? Mm-hmm. Did you live with anybody else?
No, that's my place.
Okay. Okay. Now you mentioned he's my partner. There are knives, but did he threaten to use any knives?
He said he's not going back to jail. He's gonna fight the police. So that's all I got in the house is a knife. So.
Okay, but he never mentioned the knife itself.
No.
Okay. And the knife is in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay, so regular kitchen knife.
Yeah, regular kitchen knife. It's like one of them big knives, like a big knife.
Like a.
Yeah, like a big knife.
Okay, like kind of a butcher knife type thing. Okay, like a 6-inch one. Okay. Victim, she has a executive order against the suspect. Suspect arrived last night. He's refusing to leave out of her apartment. She's asked him multiple times, but he refused, saying that he'll fight the police if he has to, but he's not leaving. Okay. He has her keys, so she can't even gain access because he has him in there. Not sure of his background right now. I'm gonna run him, but he did. She mentioned there was a knife in the kitchen, but that's it. No other weapons in the apartment. She lives by herself. He's up there by himself right now. So let me just run and make sure we don't have any warrants going out for him, okay?
After Shameka spoke to the officer, police was reviewing the copy of the restraining order against Smith. Then the officers told Shameka to wait outside as they entered the building.
I was outside, actually. Kind of a, day of people being outside on the side of the complex. I was basically outside enjoying my day, and the police were called to our complex. For whatever reason, they, decided to come. But, I was at a friend's house in the exact same complex of him while the police was, getting ready to go in the house.
Hey, Mr. Smith?
Yeah. Takar was taking a nap and probably was confused and disturbed by their presence.
Come on here for me. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? Oh, relax. Can I talk to you though? Can you spot? I need to talk to you. I know you. You remember me, right? Come on. Well, where's your shoes?
Don't do all that.
I need to talk to you, okay? Come here.
Don't do all that,
relax.
though.
You need to relax.
Don't do all that, though. I'm telling y'all to wait. Hold on. Don't do all that. If you think it, then think it. If you do it, then do it. I don't care about none of that, right?
If you hurt us right now, I'm letting you know you will get tased.
If you hurt us right, tase.
You will get tased, right?
You see the electricity there?
Relax.
Just come outside.
Come on. Can we talk to you out here? Relax, sir. Hey, I need you to relax. Hey, don't grab anything. Hey, come here. Hey, relax.
It
was just a crazy day, because we tried to come out, and they made us go back in the house, which I guess they pretty much got to do or whatever. But, once they all got in the house and the door closed, I kind of came out and went on the balcony of the 3rd floor of the fire escape.
Go ahead.
Hey, put the chair down. Put the chair down, or you're gonna get hit with the 40. It's gonna hurt, all right?
You know what I'm gonna do, right?
It's gonna hurt.
It just got quiet for like a cool minute. Probably a good 15 minutes, if anything, 5 to 15 minutes, I would say.
Did you hear them screaming or yelling at the police?
No, I didn't, because of where I was being on the fire escape at the time. Now when I was in the house, which is doing diagonal from it, I can hear them telling me, hey, put the chair down.
Let me talk to you. I'm here to help you, okay? Sir.
I'm here to leave.
Can you do me a favor? Can you put the chair down? I need to talk to you.
Let me get my shoes so I can go.
Well, I'll grab your shoes, but we just gotta go outside right now, okay? Mr. Smith.
You're not in trouble.
I'm here to talk to you.
Let me get my
You understand?
No.
Well, then let's go outside. But you gotta put down the chair, man. You understand that? You gotta put down the chair.
I already had a odd feeling something was either finna happen or just too long, because I felt like, even though I just felt like it was too quiet, but after seeing body cam and seeing what happened, like how we're sitting there having a conversation.
Hey, Mr. Clear.
I'm not the threat. Watch out. Get on.
Watch out behind him, okay? On his right-hand side.
I'm not the threat, like I said.
Well, let me talk to you, okay?
Stop all that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stop all of that.
I'll be lethal.
Stop. Stop all that.
Hey, well, I need to talk to you, okay?
Talk!
Well, come outside with me.
I am. I said let me get my shoes.
Okay. Well, I gotta bring them to you outside.
You ain't got to bring me nothing. I'm the fucking king around here.
Okay.
You know who I am. Stop all that.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. Okay. Stop. How many times you shot me since you been here? Huh? I don't care about that. Hey, you sitting all that?
Mr. Smith.
Talk like a human to me.
I am. I'm talking to you as calmly as I can.
I'm not putting them on. Where my shoes?
The white ones?
The white ones? Yeah.
Alright, we'll get to the white ones, okay?
You not putting me out of here. That's why I have to live.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have no problem, so stop all that.
Here, put them
The
on.
fuck? And you don't throw me shit. I'm the king. Don't do all that. You know who I am. So stop it.
Okay. Just put your shoes on.
The fuck? You can talk right here. We talking. Let's talk.
Smith.
But I'm not leaving here though, because this is where I have to live.
Well, we gotta talk to you outside.
Why?
Because that's the way it is, man.
That's the way. I'm not your fucking I'm your captain. I'm
Okay?
your
Well,
general.
Mr. Smith. Okay, we have to talk to you. Okay?
I'm no problem.
Outside.
At first, before even seeing it, I felt like they were just being janky, or they was trying to get away with killing this man. Especially because it's a lot that, not a lot, but it's something that happened that they didn't even put in a report, or they probably didn't see because they was focused on this man, and it makes sense to me for an officer to sit and peek his head out the door.
You have my car outside so I can go?
I see that. Thank you.
You have my car outside so I can go?
I don't know anything about your car.
The money I've been asking for.
I don't know anything about your car.
That's what, well look, this is the whole thing that we need to be going through. My car, my money.
The more we can do it is outside, okay? But I need you out of the kitchen, man, okay?
Deal with this outside.
Outside of
to deal with nothing. It's nothing to deal with. I'm not a problem to deal with.
Look, if you have something else to go on, we can talk about it outside.
This is the game.
Come on, let's go.
Fuck the game, right? We came, right, as a fucking who we are, right? When you came down, when you walked around here, right? Officer Jamison, Minister Michelson.
Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith.
Man, stop the Mr. Smith stuff. I'm King Yalve. You know who I am. Okay. Talk to me like you know me, please.
If that's the case, you could have just kept the door open and called for help or whatever the case may be. Not just open and close the door. That's weird to me.
Well, come over here like you know me. I don't do that. There's little Maxwell out the house telling you right now, stop playing with me. You know that. And Jimmy and Cruz and your son Marcus telling you to stop playing with me. And put your gun up because you know I'm not your enemy.
Okay, I'll put it away.
For real.
Yeah, let's just go outside, okay?
It's like little Christopher, little Curtis telling you
Can
right
you do me a
now.
favor? Let's go. Come on, outside.
Don't do all that, man, like I'm your enemy.
Ah, well, we'll just keep going outside. Mr. Smith, okay?
Don't do
You're not my enemy.
Though.
You're not my enemy, okay? Let's go.
They was probably on some nonsense and trying to make up stuff, but after seeing what actually happened on the body cam, it changed my whole perspective. There was a lot of things they could have did probably differently, I've seen a nicer, calmer side to this man. Hey, how you doing? And he's going about his business, and he's taking his kids in the house, or he's walking his kids to school as I'm just coming back from walking my kids to school type of stuff, and will always be.
It's the lighting.
Hey, the light out, man. Get up, the light. Taser. Hey. Another taser. Second taser. Knife!
I watched the police murder my brother. He was kneeling, facing the kitchen counter with 2 bikes between him and the officers. How can he be a threat to anybody? Also noting that his movements in his final moments came as he was being tased. How can we keep paying police to kill innocent citizens, people with mental problems? This could be anyone's kid, mother, father, brother, or sister.
He's got the knife underneath him. He has the knife under him.
All units, officer needs help.
Hey, let's start moving the bikes. I need somebody to start moving the bikes, please.
Glove up.
No, I got
everyone out.
Ready, you got?
I want everybody out.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna grab his right side. Knife's in his hand. In his hand. I got you, bro. I'm gonna hold him down. Let me move the knife.
Marla, good evening, and there still is here in the Westlake District now a domestic situation turning deadly here in the Westlake District. One man is dead, and the LAPD's use of force division is here now investigating to determine if the shooting was justified. Now, it's our understanding that this all started at around 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's when LAPD was called to the 300 block of Witmer Street. Once they got here, they found a man in his 40s inside of an apartment. They told him multiple times to leave the apartment because he was violating a domestic violence restraining order.
Mr. Smith momentarily dropped the knife and fell to the kitchen floor, following the use of the taser and the OC spray. However, after a few seconds, Mr. Smith rose to his knees and rearmed himself with the knife, raising that knife above his head. Two officers fired their service pistols. There were a total of 7 rounds that were fired between the two officers. The first officer firing 2 rounds and the second officer firing the remaining 5. In my preliminary review of this incident, I have concerns relative to the initial actions when the victim first attempted assistance at the Rampart station. Reports are that the victim went to the Rampart station in order to gain police assistance in regards to Mr. Smith residing in her apartment and him being a subject of restraining order. Our information led us to this point to believe that she was then referred to call communications division and wait for officers at the scene of that apartment. Additionally, I have concerns relative to the communications operator who took information from this victim regarding the actions of Mr. Smith, as well as the actions of our officers and supervisors not acting on information regarding this individual's prior mental health issues or current mental health issues.
Go speak! Go speak! Go speak!
I just have something to say for everybody, for the people. My husband was a great father, a great man, a wonderful man. And from everybody coming from my mouth, I did not call the police for a domestic dispute, okay? The LAPD, they fucking failed me, y'all. They fucking failed. So, I didn't do that, y'all.
My homeboy is not breathing right now. He's not breathing. I'm not talking about somebody that is just all of us matter. All of us definitely matter. But to his family, to his friends, to his loved ones, he matters a lot. I can recall times when we was young, when I was blind, deaf, and dumb, when I didn't know no better, when I didn't know and understand the importance of another human being, how we was ripping and running the streets and doing things. But awakening happening like awakening should happen today. Awakening should happen because of another innocent young black man was assassinated.
All my brother needed was some help. He was just having a little problem. They was calling out here for help. We can't keep calling the police out here to help us and they come kill us. And we taking this shit. They keep doing us like this. They keep getting away with it, y'all. And that was my only little brother. We gonna always love you, man. He was a great father. He was a great brother. Anybody that knows this, you think y'all love him. He ain't got no enemies. Fish ain't got no enemies. Takar don't have no enemies. Everybody love him. But for the police to come do this, when we call y'all for help, can't let it go. We need justice on this one. We need justice on this one. People need to get fired on this one. It's not about money.
Right.
We need to come together. Stop killing each other first. And then that way we can focus on us as one. The police don't care about us. We gotta care about ourselves first.
That's right. That's right, sir.
And as long as the police and they self,
right.
Because the police think police that scene.
Right.
Not somebody else. The police did it, and then the police came to see what happened, so they can tell their story. They told a bullshit story. My brother just needed help, and that's why they was called. That's why they was out here. They didn't come up here. We called for help. That was it. Yeah. It wasn't a domestic dispute or nothing. It was for help. We can't call the police out here. That's why we feel like we feel against the police. We can't call y'all for nothing. But y'all always up at the wrong time. We're always gonna like Takar. We're gonna keep you alive. Right. Long live Takar.
Long live Takar.
Say his name.
Takar Smith.
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 On January 20th, 2023, I was pulling up parking in front of Charlie's Barber Shop in South Los Angeles, located on Manchester and Halldale Street. Honestly, I was long overdue for a haircut. While walking inside the barber shop, I spoke to everyone as usual, including my barber apparently. While he was sitting down eating some Louisiana chicken on his lunch break before he began cutting my hair, I sat down on the chair, scrolling through my phone, ear hustling, while listening to this guy by the name of Mr. Dimples was having a conversation with my barber about an officer-involved shooting regarding fish. I introduced myself to him because Dimples and others in the streets had known Takar as Kingfish. Mr. Dimples told us a story about how he had known Fish since he was a little boy, and also how Shameka and Fish met each other in the projects in 2013. Dimples spoken about it briefly regarding the overall outcome of Smith getting murdered by the Rampart Police Department, including how he felt about Shameka was talking to the Police Communications Division regarding a domestic violence dispute, and also the protective order that was filed against Smith without him knowing about it. Mr. Dimples stated that Shameka could have called him, including the mental health hotline, or any of his family members to come over and pick him up until the situation dies down between them two. but instead, she got the police involved.
I'm Takar's mother, and he needed help. He didn't need to be shot up. He just needed help, and that's what they were supposed to come and do. Tear him out of there, not shooting him down like that. His kids love him so much, and they miss him. God bless him.
I think in this particular case, even Chief Moore has acknowledged that the officers acted improperly. He's gone short of saying that the shooting was unreasonable, but I think even he has acknowledged that the way the officers handled this situation was inappropriate. And you don't see that in very many cases. Too many times people are being killed when they're calling for help for their loved ones who suffers from mental illness. This happens time and time again. In fact, like they mentioned earlier, this isn't even the first time this has happened this year. And they've even created a specific mental health team to deal with this type of issue because it keeps reoccurring so often. And there's so many questions that are left unanswered, like why they did not contact that team in this particular incident. Shameka went out of her way to try to prevent this from happening. She walked to the police station, showed video of her husband, of him having this mental crisis. And all of that went uninvestigated because she was trying to prevent the officers from just arriving at her house, aggressive, guns blazing. She tried out of her way to make this, avoid this from happening, but she still was not able to. Some of the other questions that I think need to be answered, for example, the officers, you hear them on the video say, hit them with the 40. A 40 millimeter is a less than lethal impact round. It is almost specifically designed for people to make them drop objects. If you have a less than lethal option, such as a 40 millimeter less than lethal weapon on the scene, why are they not using it before resorting to the use of deadly force? This is one of many questions we need answered. Another question I think we need answered is, the standard for police to kill someone is the individual has to pose an immediate threat of death or serious bodily injury. I emphasize the word immediate. This individual was shot while he was on his knees. He was not advancing towards anybody. And if you look at the video closely, he was not even facing in the officer's direction. He was facing towards the cabinets in the kitchen. I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, that if an individual is on his knees and not even facing towards the officers or advancing towards them with a knife, this is not a gun, that individual does not pose an immediate threat of death or serious bodily injury, making this shooting unreasonable, which I think most of us can agree on when we see the video. So
here with the family, Takar Smith. This is Takar's mother, Alicia, his brother, Rashard, his wife, and the rest of his family. Takar was known to the Los Angeles police to have mental health issues. It was known that he was alone in the apartment, that he was contained, and that there was nobody else in the apartment that was in any danger when the police entered and shot Takar. The police acknowledge, and the video shows, that they spoke with Takar for 15 minutes. There was no reason whatsoever they could not have continued engaging. They had him contained. The policy is that the police are supposed to call in mental health professionals from the SMART unit in this circumstance, but instead the officers chose to escalate when they were supposed to de-escalate, resulting in the entirely unjustified use of lethal force and Takar's death. We want accountability and we want justice. And when we say we want justice, we want specific and concrete justice.
My one and only little brother, and he was just having some mental issues. He needed help, and
Seems like we call to the wrong people for help. We can't keep calling the law out to come out here and kill us like this. We can't keep standing for this, y'all. We gotta push the issue on prosecuting. We can't keep having the police the police. Right. That's the main thing. Right. We'd never get things done. We need a whole separate system from the police and the police. There's a lot of people out here with mental issues. That don't make you a bad person. It just make you a person that's having problems. Mentally, emotionally, physically. It's a whole lot going on with a lot of people out here in this world. And when people call for help, we're not calling for executions. But now we are calling for justice. He was a great brother, a great dad, loved his kids, loved his mom, loved me. Anybody that knows Takar, they love him. He was a man probably with no enemies. It's hard for me to look at that with my brother, so we're gonna pray for you, Takar.
My name is Shameka and I'm Takar's wife. And I just do want to say that my husband is a great man, and when I walked into the police station, I was seeking for help. That's why I didn't make the 911 call, because I didn't want to make it seem like it was something bad, because it was nothing bad. It was not a domestic dispute. That's why I walked in and I called, and I wanted the police to help me, and they failed, and they really failed me. I never knew by going to the police that they would not help me, and they just let me down.
We're here for justice for my brother. There was no reason for the police to come out and shoot like that. First of all, we need new policies. We demand new policies.
Justice looked like for me is, I want the officers in jail, okay? They need to be in jail, because they was not supposed to kill my husband. They were supposed to walk my husband out and take him to the mental institution.
Takar, a father of 6, was one of 3 people killed in encounters with LAPD last month in a case that rattled Los Angeles but quickly faded from the news a week later as word spread of Memphis police's fatal beating of Tyree Nichols. While Takar's killing did not spark national protests, advocates said the circumstances of his death illustrated deeply rooted problems with policing and mental health care in the U.S., where desperate families seeking help for relatives in crisis are regularly met with armed agents who respond with arrests, violence, and deadly force.
Mayor Karen Bass calls the incident deeply disturbing and says she's troubled that mental health experts were not called in, even when there was a documented history of past mental health crisis. Full investigations are underway, and I pledge that the city's investigations into these deaths will be transparent and will reflect the values of Los Angeles.
I never would have gone to the police if I knew that could happen. 1 month after the killing and 2 days after I buried him. I wish I could go back to that day. I've been trying to figure out how I can change this situation, but I can't. I don't know how I will go on with my life. I don't know how I will make it.